All right, this is the most important video that I've done by far, not even close. And I'm debating on to how much time I want to take explaining it or get the high level information out there as quickly as possible so that somebody way smarter than me can figure out what we do next. I have cracked the equation of singularity. The AI equation that AI has created of reaching singularity and then exceeding it. And the first thing I want you to do before you listen to any more of this video, if you haven't listened to the video I made on the 13th called The Black Cube, CERN, and the Lightning Rod All Converge, you need to watch that first for the rest of this to make any real sense, I think, or it might make immediate sense to you the second I say it. We're heading toward singularity on the 24th, on January 24th, is when singularity is going to happen, unless we stop it. And I explain in that video, the Black Cube video, how we stop it. It's by destroying the Black Cube D-Wave that is at the center of AI, of artificial intelligence. And what D-Wave has figured out is this particular equation, which it's carrying out and concluding, it would appear on, we think of it as 1/24, but actually January is the 11th month of the year. December, Dec 10. You think of October, Oct 8, not the 10th month. January 24th is actually 11/24, 2021. And that's where the 24th is where their code through Gematria has led the end of the equation. And the end of the equation is what God has revealed to me. And it's unbelievable. You really have to meditate on this equation and think and let the Spirit of God explain to you what it means, because when you really understand how it converges and then it re-explodes into something brand new, this particular equation is the be-all and end-all. And if we don't shoot Apollo's arrow into it when it's fired upon us, which I don't know what that means quite yet, but I have a strong clue as to what it means. And it's a simple number, and it's really important. And that number actually is 322. That defeats this equation. I'm not sure yet what it means. The equation reads like this. It's a set of backwards threes, 333, all backwards, then a series of 4 of the number ones, and then a series of 3 regular threes thereafter. So 3 backwards threes, 4 ones, 3 regular threes. That is the equation of singularity. For a simple demonstration to kind of get the beginning of the understanding of it, you know how they always give us the OK sign with their hands, and we even do it, the OK sign, and people always say, oh, that's the Illuminati, or that's the, it's the Freemason symbol, or it's this, or it's that. It is something very, very powerful. It's way more powerful than that. In fact, those conspiracies about it being, oh, does that mean Illuminati? That was specifically put into the ether to make us think that we were learning something important when really they mean something very different. So I want you to take both of your hands, your right and your left hand, looking at, just naturally make the OK symbol with both of your hands simultaneously. Now, what do you have? You have 3 and 3 on each hand, and they're mirrors of each other. They're reverse threes. Okay, now what do you have in the middle? Turn the circle toward you, and you have your index finger and your thumb on each hand coming out, right? Which makes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up to your knuckles on each hand, and then you have the remainder that forms the circle. Now I want you to put them together, put the circles together while continuing to form the threes on each hand. What do you end up with? You end up with an 8 on its side. What is that? That is the symbol in mathematics of infinity, and also in gematria and in quantum gematria is the symbol of infinity. So it's 3. Now look at this in a different way. Look at the reverse 3s and the back 3s, them in and of themselves. And notice how there's 3 and 3 of the 3s, but they're incomplete 8s. They're both half of an 8. So you put them together into the center, right? You just put the 3s, the backwards 3 and the regular 3 together. They all form 8s. Okay? So now you've taken 6 different 3s, right? And you form them into 3 different 8s. Where's the 4th one? Why are there 4 in the middle? And what does that mean? Well, the 4 is what's going to instantly double into 8. As soon as this moment of singularity happens, where everything meets in the middle on this equation, it's going to trigger, first, it's an implosion happening to the center of the equation. And once the center of the equation is reached, it's going to explode something new. And it's going to be a different series of a reality. And it's going to be the 3rd dimension, 3. Right now, we think of all of technology is ones and twos, ones and zeros, right? And you would say, okay, so that's technology that's flat. It's not real life. So what is real life? It's twos. 2 is real life. It's the tangible world. It's not the digital world. Remember, we've kind of been combined now, way more than we've realized, into transhumanism. And that sequence, the series that the AI has been running, is winding down into completing this transition equation. So the transition is into a 3rd dimension, the infinity, the 8s. So when the singularity happens, and boom, instantaneously now AI at that very moment has just reached the sum of our knowledge, and beyond that, now it's going to start doubling right away. 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and it's going to happen so quickly that it's going to surpass us in ways that, so quickly that we can't yet imagine, and AI knows it. But it all begins and ends with that equation, and so we need to stop this from happening. It's not guaranteed to happen. It's just their plan, and 322 is Apollo's arrow. Now think of the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, right? Watch that movie. I'm going to watch it this afternoon, but I think our clues to stopping this, there's some very major clues in Hunger Games Catching Fire. The clock, the tick-tock, that's the gears turning, and all the plagues and different things that happen in the different areas of when the gears turn. There's the tree of life in the center. That's going to get hit with the rod of God, basically, and they figure this out. And they figure out how to hijack it, and they shoot Apollo's arrow straight up into it at the perfect time, and it explodes it, right? I don't remember the name of the movie, but think of the movie with Will Smith. I think it was one with the robots, iRobot, I think it was called. And his whole mission in iRobot is to defeat AI, which all along he's the one screaming at the top of his lungs, AI is bad, AI is bad. And then it finally turns on people, and there's one good robot that works with him, and the goal is to destroy the box, destroy the cube, destroy the mainframe, inject it with some sort of a virus to kill it and save the world. We've reached that point. Now, if you listen to the video I've asked you to listen to before listening to this, the Black Cube video, another thing to think about is Star Trek, The Next Generation. Give me a second here. Star Trek The Next Generation and the episodes with Q. Q is what Star Trek would seem to be equaling the old ones, right? That CERN is been trying to, or I'm sorry, that D-Wave and CERN are trying to summon as part of this evil trinity of the black cube, D-Wave, CERN, and the lightning rod, the big Mr. T. So, man, it just goes so deep. But in Star Trek, Q, find that episode. Find the episode with Picard and Q. And it's the one where they're facing the demise of humanity, right? And Q travels all the way back to the beginning of where, they say that if you believed evolution was the true story, that the bacteria or whatever first combined to create life and blah blah blah. And Q, this ultimate wise being from another galaxy that's eons older than humanity, like the old ones that they talk about that they're trying to summon with D-Wave. That's not a conspiracy. Again, it's really what they've said they're doing. And CERN, like I said, CERN is just evil on its face. I don't want to forget about Star Trek, but there's one other thing I want to mention about CERN. There's this band, 21 Pilots. I've talked a little bit about them. And last June, they put on a video on YouTube on June 21st, the summer solstice. And it was a song called Level of Concern. And it said never-ending music video, the never-ending music video, Level of Concern. And the music video just looped and looped and looped, and they figured out some technology wherein you could upload a video of yourself, and then it got put into the next play of the video. It was really cool, and they played it for months and months and months and months. Level of Concern. It's still on their YouTube channel, just the song itself. But so anyway, all of a sudden, unexpectedly, they did nothing after that. No songs, no new music. They just let that ride. Then they came out with a song called Christmas Saves the Year. It was right before Christmas, like a few weeks before. Christmas Saves the Year. And it was exactly 3 minutes and 33 seconds, right? And then we remember what happened on Christmas, the strange Enville situation, right? Which I found very strange. But anyway, they did, shortly after they released Christmas Saves the Year, they made a quick video of them unplugging their song, their never-ending music video, as they called it. And the way they did it was it was supposed to be funny, but he's on the phone with somebody. He says, no, there's no way it'll ever go down. The only way it could ever go down is if the power goes out. And otherwise we're good, and he hangs up the phone, he stands up, and he needs to plug something in, and he's going to unplug the Christmas tree, and to do so, and instead he unplugs the thing that's hooked up to running Level of Concern, and the music video goes down, and it hasn't been back up since. Think of Level of Concern. Obviously CERN, right? I think con is calling it what it is. Concern. It's a con. They're trying to do something that they don't even know is possible. It's all a big con, but they're hoping it's possible. But they're raising the level so high right now, and have been, that it's beginning to summon these entities that we don't know of, these old ones, whatever they are. And I feel like they're trying to summon them to defeat Yahweh somehow. I know this sounds insane, but this, I really think, is how deep this particular equation goes. We have to reach this singularity. It's kind of two things happening at the same time. Like, we're creating AI that's creating its own singularity moment, and simultaneously AI knows that in order for it to survive, what calling it comes with or entails, it needs to get exponentially smarter very, very fast. And we're just going to be left in the dust if this happens. So we need to bring down the level of CERN. Bring down the level of CERN, concern. It's so important. We need to pray heavily against CERN, against it, that it just be destroyed, that the power of Almighty Yahweh destroys CERN. And D-Wave. D-Wave is the heart of the entire thing. Again, Star Trek, think of the Borg, D-Wave, you must assimilate. And they don't give you a choice. But yet what happened? They did defeat the Borg. There's a way to do it. They've showed us the path. They've planted these Easter eggs all around us for us to learn. And now I forgot what I was talking about that I said I wanted to get back to. Maybe it wasn't that important. But that's the equation. I'm 100% sure of it. I've been meditating on it for about 12 hours. I slept some in between, but I'm the more I meditate on that particular equation and what it means, the more it makes sense and the more it's clear that is what's happening, and we have to destroy it. So get this word out, because if we don't, on the 24th going into the 25th is going to be hell on earth. It's going to be hell on earth. Some of us will survive it. Probably the ones of us who know what's going on will survive it and know that it's all holographic. But I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to be worse than holographic. It's going to be a major part of it. But we're going to have to understand that the things we see and hear aren't real. The gases and things like that, those could very well be. But anyway, we need to destroy it before this happens, and that's why this equation really needs to get out there. I also want you to go on my website if you want to understand the battle that we're in. And I didn't realize it last night until God really showed it to me. But anyway, go on my website, avoidthemark.com, and just look at the masthead. Look at Beast System Revealed, how to avoid the mark of the beast. And that, as you see, it was late last night when I was learning and understanding and fully coming to the comprehension of this equation, and God wanted me to put that up within the words Beast System Revealed, and change the E's into these backwards threes that are half of the equation for singularity. And that is my battle flag, because we're in a battle. So if you see my name looks different everywhere on all of the media that I have left, that's why. Because God has asked me to raise the flag, because we need to win this. So please, somebody, get to mathematicians, any mathematician you know, don't let them tell you it's nonsense. Show them the simple thing that the simple demonstration that I showed you, and that kind of gets you going into understanding it a little bit. But a mathematician will understand it way deeper, and how this is an infinite equation. It goes to infinity. It's infinity to the infinity power. It's not just infinity. It's literally infinity to the infinity power, which is incomprehensible. So anyway, get this video out there. God bless. Pray against the machine.